Okay. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. NeNe! Okay, here she is. NeNe, you got these folks riding for you, honey. NeNe is here, everybody. All you beautiful people waiting for Miss Lenice Leaks. She is here. She is in the building, whatever building she's in. So she's coming. Hey!
Hi.
Hi, NeNe. How are you?
Hi. I'm trying to figure. I don't know how. I'm so not techie.
Oh,
I'm
well, you
not
look
techie.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Let me put on my earplug, okay? Because
Okay.
I'm gonna hear you a lot better. Let me find it.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm so not techie, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I think.
You
You got
got
it?
it?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey.
Let me tell you something, NeNe. First, you look gorgeous. Your background is amazing. Let's not forget that.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have people on here. Let me
Sorry.
tell you something, NeNe. You are
Yeah.
getting some serious love on here. People are from Africa and different parts of the United States,
Oh my God.
Amsterdam.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
is riding for Miss NeNe Leaks.
Thank you guys. Sorry. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I just came from a meeting. I'm just a hot mess right now. But I'm here. How are you today?
Yes, I am fine. I am Kendell Lenice. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Meet you too.
Everyone's like Queen NeNe. Yes, she is here for you all, everybody. And I just want to have a different conversation with NeNe
Yeah.
because we all know where we know her from. Let's just be honest. But she is so much more than that, and she is doing so much more than that. So
Yes.
you guys know her from that show, we'll say,
That
but it's
show.
much more.
That show.
Absolutely. NeNe, I have to tell you, darling, where I first saw you, but you didn't see me. But I was at the opening for Swag Boutique in Maryland.
Maryland. I knew you were gonna say Maryland. Oh my God. You're in the DMV area?
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes. I
yes.
have
And
so
I
many people
and
in the DMV area. Oh my God.
yes. And let me tell you something. People came out for you. And just like they're coming out for you on
Yes, they
here,
did.
people come out for you. They ride for you no matter what you're doing. People are already talking about Lenicia Lounge, which we'll talk about.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I just wanted to just first talk about growth, right? I'm a life coach, so I gotta go there. I wanted to be a different type so they can really see who you are, you know. But talking about growth and diversity and just trying your hand at different things and reinventing yourself. And you seem like you're very good at that. Have you always been good like that? As
You know,
far as
I don't know if I've always been good at that, but I love that you're a life coach, right? You said,
yeah, 20 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know that I've always been good at that, but I have always found a way to push through. Just say that. Pushing through is important. Some things that will break people just haven't broken me.
Come
Um,
on.
it has cracked me, but it hasn't broken me. I've learned from all experiences and I've grown from them. And I think it's really important to grow.
Yes.
Sometimes I hear so many people when they say things like, she's changed. And I'm like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to change. You're
Right.
supposed to grow. You're supposed to get better.
Right.
And I feel great getting better and growing. I think it's amazing. And I haven't changed. I've just gotten better. I've learned from a lot of experiences. I'm still the fun NeNe that I've always been, but I've learned from a lot of experience and I've grown from a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. And people get me with that. When they say, well, you changed, like, duh,
Yeah.
am I supposed to stay the same? At some point, I got to grow. But
Yeah.
even when I looked on your IG page, right,
Yeah.
before this interview, I was looking through, and it's your energy has changed.
Yeah.
Like the purity, your
Yeah.
vibrations are high, even
Yes.
just the aesthetics of that. Was that on
Yes.
purpose as far as your
Uh,
page, or it's just reflecting who you are now?
no, I think it's just, it's just growth and it's just who you are, and it's just
Yeah.
evolving and just becoming something different.
Yeah.
I was a girl and, then I'm a woman. So, I've just changed.
Yeah. And I love that. And you know, when we talk about cancel
Yeah.
culture, and you know, we're big on cancel culture. The minute
Yeah.
somebody does something, we're ready to
Mm-hmm.
throw them away. And we don't
Yeah.
extend grace to people and allow them to evolve and change at every age, right? Why
Yeah,
do you
you
think?
need to change. I don't know why people do that. I don't even understand. I think there are people that do need to be canceled, though. Let's get into that. There are people that need
Yes,
to be canceled,
yes, yes,
but you
that
need
is
to
true.
understand what you're canceling them for. So you need to understand why they need to be canceled and who need to be canceled.
That part.
So yeah,
That part. And I think that I'm glad that you said that, because yes, some things are just unacceptable. But when I'm
yeah,
talking about little things like, oh, well, NeNe's changed. Like, okay,
yeah,
well, we don't like because NeNe is not this way anymore. That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about, extending grace for people to just grow. And someone said, you
Yeah.
never age.
Oh, thank you so much. You should allow people to grow. It's important.
Hmm.
One of the things I talk about, and I've been talking about lately, is getting my happy back. It's very important
Mm.
to get your happy back.
Yeah.
Sometimes somewhere along the line, you don't know where you actually lost it at. And I say that to people a lot of times. I
Yeah.
felt like somewhere along the line, I lost my happy, and I feel like
Mm.
I got my happy back, and I'm really happy to have my happy back, and I don't want to lose my happy again. And
Yeah.
so that comes with growth too.
Yeah.
So I'm happy in the place that I am today, and that came with growth. And
Yeah.
I've gone through things, and so getting your happy back is so important. And when I talk about getting your happy back, I've ran into so many women that says I need to get my happy back. I lost my happy, and it's amazing how people have lost their happy in divorce, in separation, in depression, in death, in just losing weight and losing a job. They felt like they lost their happiness, and so getting your happy back is important too.
You know what? As a life coach, I totally agree. I not
Yeah.
only coach women, but I coach men too. But of course, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
woman. I have a special place for women, and then women of a certain age, as I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
also. So I just think it's so important, and I think that's so profound. And I often talk about that, getting your happy back, because
Yeah.
life is a trip. And you don't
Yes,
know
it
what
is.
journey you're going to go on. So to be able to be a bounce backer and to
Yes.
be able to
Yes.
recognize and say, you know what, that takes a real woman to say, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, I lost my happy
Yeah.
along the way, and I'll be damned if I don't get it back.
Yes. I want my
And
happy back. You
yeah,
have to fight
and
for your happiness.
absolutely. And that's why you have to watch your space. You have to keep your
Yes.
circles tight
Yes.
and watch what energy is infiltrating your circle.
Yes.
And so have you, as you've been going on this journey to really get your happy back, and to be in this beautiful place that I can see coming off the screen, did you have to tighten your circle? Did you have to
Yes.
change? Talk
Absolutely.
about that for a
Not
minute.
only changing your circle, just being able to recognize the people that are for you and the people that are not for you.
That
And
part.
that's important too, because there are certain people that are around you. You just need to recognize who they are and
Yeah.
just understand, the
Yeah.
role that they play in your life. Because there are some people that you just can't get out of your life for certain reasons, but you
Yeah.
just need to understand the role that they play. And certain people that are in your life, the role, just knowing the role that each person plays in your life, and the ones that are truly there to support you and uplift you. And there are
Yeah.
certain people who are there for the ride. And so what I learned is having the people that are really truly there for me, I recognize who they are.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that I consider true friends. And when that circle is real small, ain't it?
Come on now.
It's real small.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I got it. I know who are the ones who are really here for me. Because, see, your true friends are here for you when things are good and when things are bad. They're here for you no matter what. They're going to call you. They're going to talk to you. They don't really care because they're really your friend. They really like you for who you are. So I
Yes.
recognize who my true friends are. And then I recognize who the other people are too. I recognize who they are.
Yeah.
I know my space. And there were times when I did not know my space, but I do know the
Mm.
people that are around me. I'm very aware, and it's okay.
Yeah. And that was so powerful. And people really, it's resonating with people. People are amening you all the way
Mm-hmm.
down. And I always say, though, you recognize the true friends when the lights go dim.
Yeah.
When there's no lights, camera, action, you can't do
Yeah.
nothing for somebody.
Yeah.
Those are when your friends show up, when you're crying, when you're sad, when you're just going
Yeah.
through it. Those are
Hmm.
the ones. And then you have, like you said, the ones where it's light, camera, action. What can NeNe do for me? And then they're
Yeah.
here to see for the ride.
Yeah.
But I definitely have to ask, and of course, everyone wants me to ask, how is Greg doing?
Greg is doing good. He's doing really good. He's out right now. He was here a little while ago that he would be walking all past. He just never knows when I'm on camera. He just walks right
Yeah.
past and asks for stuff. And I'm just like, I'm on camera. We've been doing Zooms forever. He just comes
Yeah.
trickling on by. Where's the coffee? Where's the this? And I'm just like, but Greg is doing good.
Good.
He's doing really good. He's lost a lot of weight
Mm-hmm.
because he changed his whole eating since he was
Mm.
ever diagnosed with cancer. He started
Yeah.
doing, he did vegan, but he couldn't really stick with it for so long
Yeah.
because it's a really strict diet. So
Yeah.
he has incorporated some meats back into his diet, like chicken. He doesn't do any beef or pork, but he
Yeah.
does do a lot of chicken and stuff. So, and some
Yeah.
pastas and some potatoes. So he still has lost a lot of weight though, but he looks great.
He
He's
looks
doing
good.
good.
And
Yeah,
that's
he no
good. And
no
I,
chemo, no chemo.
yeah.
He did do chemo, and of course people saw him ring the bell. So he's done that.
Yes.
He's done with doing that now.
That's
And
wonderful.
so he stayed on his little strict diet. Sometimes he falls off every now and then, but he jumps right back on. So he's doing really good. He looks great.
That's good. And that's a special
Yeah.
place for me. I'm a cancer survivor.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am
Wow.
colon cancer survivor. So,
Wow. Greg is a
yeah.
colon cancer
Yeah.
survivor.
I didn't realize he
Yeah.
had colon cancer as
Yes.
well. See, you know what? Because when he had it, I didn't have it. So
Oh.
now that this has just been this year, NeNe. This is just this
Oh.
year. Yes.
Wow. He was
Yes.
stage 4, I think it was. Stage
Wow. And
4.
I was stage 2.
Oh, you caught it good too. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, my thing is I love the fact that, because when you're dealing with something like that, NeNe, it's not easy publicly,
No.
right? And
No.
but with Greg, I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of you all
Yeah.
that you showed that, because he touched so many people. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yes.
it's just
Yes.
in a powerful way where you could have said, you know what?
Hmm.
We're going to just handle this
Yeah.
without the cameras. But how you stood beside him, and even when you were weak, because that's hard
It
as a
was hard.
caregiver.
It
Yeah.
was hard. Listen, listen, listen. That was hard. Let me see. I think
Yeah.
Greg was stage 3. I think 4 is 4 is the
Mm.
final stage, is it?
Yes.
I think he was 3. It was
Wow.
hard. People have no idea. Listen, but the American Cancer Society totally supported me. They totally understood. I had so many caretakers reaching out to me. When you're doing something like this on television, obviously people are judging. So it's okay. We know we're going to get judged, right? So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
okay. Everybody has an opinion. That's okay. We get it. But
Yeah.
the people who were truly walking in those shoes, they understood how difficult it was to be a caretaker. They understood the mood swings that Greg had because he was doing chemo, the different medications that he was having. They understood the things that I was going through because I did not have the husband that I was used to having. They understood
Mm.
all of it. So I wasn't the first person to ever go through that. Greg would be yelling at me, and I would be yelling at him. We were going through
Yeah.
all kinds of things. And then people didn't understand the place that I was in as a wife because we were going through marital problems before he was
Yeah.
diagnosed with cancer. So
Mhm.
there were people who they didn't know that, but
Yeah.
we talked about it on the show. So you have to also think as a human, as a woman, I was taking care of somebody who I felt had wronged me, and I
Yeah.
was having a difficult time trying to figure out how to take care of a sick person who I felt had wronged me before he even
Come
knew he
on.
was sick. So I was like, how am I going to help this sick man who I felt had already wronged me? Now I got to take care of him, and I was often looking at him like, now why she ain't taking care of you?
Right. Come on. Come on. Come on, NeNe. But that's what we love about you, that the realness. Because all of us would have been like, hold up.
Yeah.
Now you want to come on back on to me.
Yeah. Why are you over here for me to help you? That's
Right.
how I was always looking at him like
Right.
this.
Let's be
And he was
real.
looking back at me like I was crazy. And I was like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with. And then he would always, Greg was really smart. So he would always throw stuff back on me later on and be like, it was the medication. And then I would be like, oh, it was the medication. So,
you be like, I had cancer. You know I had cancer.
You know I had cancer. And you know what? And then I couldn't fight him on that because people would be looking at me crazy, like, you know he got cancer.
Right.
You know he got cancer. Now, how am I going to fight cancer?
Right.
I couldn't fight the whole cancer society.
Right. That cancer card is like a black card.
Oh, baby, he would pull a cancer card on me every 5 minutes. We could be anywhere, and Greg would pull a cancer card on me in a minute. I'd be like, Lord Jesus, I'm stuck. I couldn't fight him on that one, boy. But that was difficult. But I had so many women that would email me and write me and tell me they really knew what I was going through. Even people who were taking care like their mom, they would say things like, they would get really mean towards the end. And so it was difficult. But the good thing is, Greg, he wanted to share his story. He wanted to share his story for other men because Greg was that man that did not go to get medical treatment. He was afraid of the doctor. Oh, my God. He was so scared to go to the doctor.
Black men and the doctor.
I would have to drag Greg to the doctor. Now, if he get a bump, he'd be like, I'm going to the doctor. Something hit me. And I'm just like, that's nothing, Greg. That's nothing. Just put a little something here on it. He's like, no, I'm going to the doctor. I'm calling him right now. Like, Greg, every day, I say, Greg, where are you going? I have a doctor's appointment at 9, one at 11, one at 12. So he stays at the doctor now. But before, I would go and get my colonoscopy. He would not go and get one at all. I would ask him to do it with me. He wouldn't want to do it. Now, he is doing everything. He's over there. He's baby, when Greg walk in the hospital, they know him by name. Hey, Mr. Leaks, right this way. I mean, Mr. Leaks, right this way. I mean, they know him. He is known. He's a whole celebrity over there.
Wow. People are like, they love the flow of this conversation. It seems like we're two old friends catching up. I love it. They love the vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And a lot of people are saying that they're cancer survivors and colon cancer survivors. So I definitely have to say this in honor of Greg and I. Please get your colonoscopies, Black people. It's so important because they tell us it's 50, important. But we should get it much earlier, and we should be an advocate for our health and not be afraid of the doctors or not think that it doesn't matter, because it is important. So everybody, get your colonoscopies, have a conversation with your doctor, and be an advocate for your health. So I definitely have to say that, because Greg and I are still here.
Yeah, I got mine at 40. Okay, and the reason why is because my uncle who raised me had pancreatic cancer, and I saw him literally 2 weeks before his death. He was like a regular person, and then suddenly, sorry, a piece of hair's in my eye, and then suddenly he was bones. It happened so quickly. And I was so freaked out, and everybody in my family decided they wanted to, go and get checked. And I said, I'm going to get checked too. So I did mine early. I did it early.
That's
the first time I ever did it, I did it early. So I think they have moved the age up now. I think they moved the age up.
Because with me this year, and I'm going to talk to you about that because I know you're a woman in your 50s, and I'll be 50 next month. I'll be 50 next month. And they, unfortunately, they told me to get it at 50. I'm glad that I got it just a tad bit earlier, because who knows if I would even be here talking to you now, you know? And so many people are saying that they got their colonoscopies. That's wonderful. They're cancer survivors. They love this interview. They love this conversation. Thank you so much. But definitely, we had to ask about Greg. And I love the fact that you keep it real, because oftentimes my husband and I, we were just on Fox Soul talking about our relationship and our marriage. And people always, you do the same thing. You eradicate that perfect marriage, the perfect person, and you keep it real. Why do you feel that? Well, why do you feel that you're so open, and why are you so open with your relationship? Like, this is what it is. And I think that's amazing.
You know why? Because I've been in a relationship since I was 28 with Greg, I think. And I feel like I've been through so many things in my relationship. And I'm really about girl power. and I don't have a daughter. I have boys, and I want girls to know. I want them to really know what they're getting themselves into. And I also, as I spoke to you earlier about happiness, I don't feel like women should sacrifice their happiness. I don't care if people try to judge you or not. You should be happy. And I
That's right,
feel
NeNe.
like I have sacrificed my happiness many times. And I've done that a lot of times because I've been in the public eye. I've sacrificed my happiness, just worried
Hmm.
about people judging me and what
Yeah.
they would think, you know. And I just been open. My aunt, who recently passed, she's 92, and she sacrificed her happiness, and she would always tell us, "Don't sacrifice your happiness." And I feel like, I have in some cases. I did in some
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
And so I'm just all about women. I just want these women to just get it.
Yes.
Just understand. It's
Yes.
okay to divorce if you need to divorce. It's okay if you have to be a single mom. It's really okay. It's
Yep.
just really okay. It may be hard, but you will be okay. You
Yes. You
will.
will
You
be
will be
okay.
okay. You will be
And I
okay.
think from hearing it from you and saying that and them respecting you, because you have so much love coming up and down these this live.
Hmm.
Listen, you will be okay.
You
It's
will.
okay if you're married, it's okay if you're divorced, it's okay
Yeah,
if you're single. God got you, and you can get through anything.
you will.
So just
You
look
will.
at other women who have strength in your family, your
Yeah.
friend group, to see if they got through it, you can get through it too. and
Because see,
and
the worst thing that you can do is be in a relationship and be so unhappy. Like a lot of women think that you're staying in a relationship for the children. You're not making your children happy. You just aren't. And then you have to think about what you're putting on your kids. Now, your children do what you do. Now
Yep.
your children will probably stay in a relationship and be unhappy. And
Yep.
you don't want that. So you want to teach your children the same thing. You want to teach them to be strong. You want to teach them
Yeah.
to be happy. And it's
Yeah.
okay if your relationship doesn't work out. There are going to be
Yeah.
family members who are going to judge you. There are going to be friends who are going to judge you. But what they cannot judge is your happiness.
Come
So as
on.
long as you're happy, that's all that matters. You may find
Yep.
you leave that relationship, you may find another relationship that makes you extremely happy. And you
Yeah.
want to be healthy and happy. I just think that being healthy and happy is just
And
really
whole.
important. Yeah, it's just
Yes.
really important to me.
It really is. And I'm just so glad that I'm looking at this NeNe,
Hmm.
because this NeNe was always there. But when
Yeah,
you're on a platform where you have
yeah,
to be a certain way, it
yeah,
almost dims the light that you really naturally have.
yes,
And I can
it
tell
does.
that this is the NeNe that's always been there. And sometimes you can't really be your full self in certain locations or situations.
But
You know,
also television gives a perception. It
yeah,
gives a perception of who you may not truly be. And they can also tweak it to make it appear exactly what they want it to appear to be.
yeah,
Okay, so a
yeah,
lot of these people that are on these shows are very smart people. Everybody, sometimes you can appear very dumb.
yeah, yeah.
Lord knows I have.
Right.
But
Yeah,
but there
yeah,
are many of these girls are very smart. They're very bright.
yeah,
They're not crazy. But
yeah.
sometimes the show can make you, they just give different perceptions that aren't
I believe
truly
that.
who you are.
Yeah,
That's just
I
it.
believe that.
Yeah.
Because when you have scripted
Yeah.
reality, that's an oxymoron right there. When you have that. But we were speaking about women and really holding each other
Yeah.
down. On Mother's Day, you honored a few of your friends, and I thought that
Yes.
that was amazing in the
Yeah.
caption. What made you decide to just honor your friends as
Yeah.
mothers?
Because I had gone through some things again when I talked about getting my happy back. I felt
Hmm.
like these women, there were a few other women that weren't mothers, so I couldn't post them. They had been there for me. They were always on my phone. They were always praying with me or
Mm,
pulling me out of bed or traveling with
mm,
me or eating dinner with me or just always there when I needed them to be, or they answered my call. They were just the
that's
girls
real.
who I felt like they were that group of women who we were talking about earlier were really here no matter what was happening.
Yeah.
I could I could be married, I could be divorced, I could be, you know, doing a million things or not doing a million things. Those were the women that stuck out the most to me, that were
Yeah.
going to be here no matter what.
Yeah.
They were the
And I
women that
love
called
that.
me. They were the women that cried with me. They were the women
Yeah.
that were like, you know, you got this, NeNe. You know, they were always the women that were just always here, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
And
See.
and I was surprised because there were so many other women that I would have thought would have been here,
Mm.
but they weren't. And that's okay too.
Mhm.
Because one of the things my aunt said, it's always good to know than to not know. You know, it's always good to
Yep.
know
That
than
part.
to not
Mhm.
know, you
Yeah.
know? So at least
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
who you are
Be-
than to not know who you are.
yeah. That's so true. And you don't need 100 girlfriends. You just need
No,
the
you
right
don't.
ones around you.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
And
And that
people
doesn't
will
and that
reveal
doesn't make you a
themselves.
bad person. It doesn't make
No.
you a bad person either. But I need to know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to
Yeah.
know. So it doesn't mean that me and you aren't going to still hang out. It just means
Mhm.
that I just need to know who you are.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Now I know where to put you
Yep.
over
Come on,
there.
NeNe. Come on.
That's
You
right.
teaching the children. You
Right.
this is, this is the wisdom. This is grown woman wisdom.
Right.
Sincerely, because it doesn't mean that you have to have
Hmm.
a fallout. It doesn't mean that you have to
No.
argue. It doesn't mean that you don't call them a
Mm-mm.
friend. You just know
No.
the category. You know
That's right.
who is what. And when people reveal
Hmm.
themselves, it doesn't mean that you have to throw them away.
No.
Now your eyes are open.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's the thing.
Hmm. I know exactly who you
Absolutely.
are. And
Yep.
my, as my aunt says, it's always good to know than to not know.
Yeah. I agree.
And I
I agree
and
with
I still
Auntie.
like you. Yes.
Yes, and that's the thing, right? I agree with Auntie. Auntie got the wisdom,
Yes,
okay?
right. And you're and look, and here's my aunt, and I still like you.
And I can still break bread with you. I can still pray for you. I can still, invite you over to the cookout. But I
Yep.
know who you are.
You are, and that's good. And that's good.
Exactly. Yep,
And
and
that's
that's good.
good.
That's great, actually. So
Hmm.
many people think that they know NeNe Leakes,
Yeah.
Lenicia. We're going to talk about Lenicia's Lounge before we
Yes.
get out of here. But what is something that people would be surprised about Lenicia Leakes? That they think that they know you, but they'll be still surprised.
I hate saying this one thing because people all go like, "Girl, that's not true." My husband was here; he'd come and say this too. I know you guys are gonna die when I say this. I truly have a shy side, and
Me
people always
too.
and people really die when I say that. I say
I
all
believe
of my
you.
friends who are around me, they know. They all
I
say
believe
this
you.
fool really has a shy side over here. I really have a shy side. And people,
See,
with
and
the people
people
who are
are
the closest
surprised.
to me, though, they do know that. They do know
Yeah.
that. All the
But
girls
you
that
know
are
what? I can
in my
see
little
that.
swipe,
I
they
can
all
see
say
that.
that. You know what? When I worked on Glee, what is her name? Who I worked with? Oh my God, I cannot think of the lady's name right now. She and I would get on set together and just go in, and then she would go off to the corner, and I would talk about it a lot to my agent, and he said, she has a shy side." And I said, "Oh my God, I don't know why I did not recognize she has a shy side. I should have known because a lot of people who are like, they really have a shy side. That's why they're all like, cat, 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 cat. And then they go
Yep.
back and be like, and so people would say to me, I asked NeNe to take a picture, and she wouldn't take a picture. And I would say, and then later on, I would have a couple people come back to me and say, "You want to take a picture with me?" I said, "I really have a shy side. Dang." I said,
Hmm.
"But I'm going to go on and take the picture this time. But I really don't want to take no picture."
But that's the
It's
realest thing.
really not my thing.
Yeah.
Dang. But
See,
a
because
lot of
people think
people,
they
though,
know you. That's
they don't.
why.
Mm-mm. And I'll tell you another thing people do when they see me too. They think that I'm gonna be like, when they see me out, like I'm gonna be like turned all up and doing all kinds of stuff. And then when they see me and I'm not doing like all that, and they're like, "Oh, she's not, like doing whatever it is that they felt like I would have been doing
They
like
think
on the
you're going to
show."
do all your catchphrases.
Yes, and
The
all this
people
stuff.
like,
Yeah, and
hmm
I'm just like sitting there being like, "Hey," they are waiting for me to like, and I'm like, "Girl,
They wait for you to say, I cash Trump checks and close your legs to marry men. They wait for you to say all that like randomly. Right?
I'm like, girl, I ain't even got no energy for that today.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like
you.
just there like, what is wrong with her? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm like this every day.
I feel you. Yeah.
So they expect you to have it. I'm like, really, girl, I got a real shy side over here. I'm just sitting over here minding my business, child.
Yes.
But
I
I'm
love
good
that
for
soft
talking.
flex though. I love that soft flex.
What's
When I was
your
on
sign?
Glee, I heard you. That small flex. Let's not forget that she is an actress, darling. She does more. You hear her say, when I was on Glee, I caught it.
Yeah, I was. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini. So my two sides are outgoing and this introverted, quiet person. Yep. And people don't believe that because they see you do stuff like this.
But I do everything. I do a lot of stuff by myself. I'm like really okay with doing stuff alone. Like I don't know.
Me too.
I'm okay with being at the house and everything. I'm really okay with that.
And do you look this fabulous when you're chilling at the house?
Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm doing nothing right now. I don't throw my wig on, child.
Come on now.
I'm gonna take this off and put on something else. I'm just over here playing with y'all.
I know that's right.
I ain't hear nothing today. Nothing.
I know that's right. Before we end, I want to ask you quickly before we talk about your lounge. I just want to ask you.
I am an open book, truly.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you. Everybody wants to know. I want to ask you about Portia, your little sister. Yeah. You know, you at first there was some controversy that you liked it and you were cheering for love, and then when you found out, then you kind of pulled it off. And people, what was really going on there? Because I know you love her like a sister.
Yeah. Well, I can say Portia lives around the corner from me. So like many of you, I was in the Bahamas on Mother's Day. I was traveling and I looked in social media. So I haven't really been on social media that much, but I rolled down social media and looked. And I saw Dennis and this man, right? In her pictures. I never really paid it much attention. I just saw Dennis and a guy, right? So when she said she found love like a day later, I thought she was found in love with Dennis. I never really paid the man that much attention in the picture, right? Yeah. I don't know Simon personally, okay? I know Simon had a club. I may have met Simon once because he has a nightclub here in Atlanta, but I personally do not know him. And would have never, you know who I really thought he was? I thought he was Diane's boyfriend. Portia's mama boyfriend. In the picture when I saw
Miss
her,
Diane. You thought that was Miss Diane's
boyfriend, right? When I was just scrolling through the pictures really quickly, and that's why I said reading is fundamental. Now listen, understand this. Because Portia is dating somebody that was somebody on the show, first let me go back and tell you this. Let me tell you how reality TV happens. She said something in her thing when I went back and read about they're not friends. Believe that they probably are not friends, okay? They probably aren't friends. They probably never were friends. And that is probably the truth. Now, I'm going to just have to second that because on the show, everything appears to be something that is truly not. Everybody that came on the show came through me just about. Cynthia came through me. Yvonne came through me. Tanya came through me. Portia came through me. I knew none of them when they stepped their foot on this show. But that's how they presented it to the world, right? Now, we did become friends, some of us, on and off the show, but I never seen them a day in my life, okay? So I can believe that they probably were never friends, ever. What happened on that show, I don't know because I wasn't there. I did not follow the show. I do not know, okay? So what I went back and said was reading is fundamental. I actually thought she found love with Dennis or somebody. I wasn't paying that man no attention. I thought that was Miss Diane. I didn't know. I had no idea. I never read anything. Like many of us, we don't read. We just, pushing and just looking and pushing the like.
That's
and
real.
Congratulations. And then I got so many people. I got so many notifications, like people were talking to me, and I went to see, and they were like, "How you gonna do this? How you gonna?"
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I can still support Portia. You understand? I didn't have to fall out with Portia because she's done whatever it is that she's done. As a friend, you
That's
can always tell a friend when they're wrong. You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
I have not had a conversation with Portia personally
Yeah.
to say you're right or you're wrong or how can I support you. I've not had that kind of conversation with her. I'm certainly not going to fall out with her because
Yeah.
she is dating somebody.
Yeah.
It's not my place.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of friend to say, hey, I'm not going to ever speak to you again because you're dating somebody. You know, I think
Yeah.
as a real friend, as a big
That's
sister,
honest.
and I
That's
think that
honest.
you can say, you know, you kind of tell them like you would, like your mom would tell you. You know, do you know what you're doing here? Do you know the consequences here? You know, you kind of talk to them. Would you want somebody to do this to you? Just give the consequences. That's all you can do because at the end of the day, Portia's 40 years old. You know, we're not
Yeah.
talking to a baby.
That part.
You know,
That part.
I think people think that she's a kid. She's a grown woman. She knows
Yeah,
what
because
she's doing.
often people keep saying, well, she's young, but yeah, she is 40 years old. She's a grown woman. And I love that you can separate the two. And that's what real friendship is, sincerely. You can say, you know what,
Yeah,
I may not agree with this, but I'm not going to stop being your friend. This is just something
yeah.
that I may or may not agree with. And I think that that's huge. That's
It's
what
it's
women
it's
do.
real. Why would you stop being friends with them? I mean, you may look at them side eye. You may not
Right?
want them around your dude.
Come on,
you know,
NeNe.
we talked about separating friends. So when your dude is around, you may not have them around. I mean, when you're dating your next new guy or your husband, so now you may,
You're not
when
inviting
it's
them to the pool.
right, you may not invite them to the pool party when it's double date night. I have many
Right.
double date nights with couples, and I have my single girl here because she doesn't have a guy. So if we're doing that, then maybe she ain't gonna be over. You just may not. I mean, you just now So there are boundaries
Right.
now, right?
Like you said, when you
Yeah,
know, it's good to know. Just like your aunt
good to
said,
know.
it's good to know. I
Now we know
love
what
that.
we're
This
working
time,
with. So
yep,
now we
yep,
know,
yeah.
girl, you ain't invited to all the parties now. Because,
With
some of
or
these
without
girls,
somebody.
yeah, some of these girls will be looking at you crazy like she's coming over here. Dang,
Yeah,
they'll be scared. One thing I've never been though, I probably should have been though, and that's
yeah,
one thing I've never been afraid to bring women to my house around my
yeah,
husband. And I
yeah,
hear many women say, I don't bring women around my husband.
yeah,
I've never been that girl though. I
yeah,
had plenty of women in my house, and my husband's here. I
yeah,
probably should have been that way, but I never was. And I've
yeah,
been dating him since I was 28 years old. I
yeah,
probably should have been that way. I just always felt like if my husband wanted to talk to a girl that was in my house, he was really crossing the line. It just really is crossing
yeah.
the line. It's just
That's
like,
real.
yeah. And I always feel like, he must really don't like me. To
Yeah,
talk to one of my friends,
yeah.
right?
I
He must
agree. I
really not
agree.
like me.
I
And so
agree.
I definitely has questioned Greg before, like, he must really not like me, or I'm not gonna like his ass. You know, are
That's
you
real though,
serious?
NeNe. That's
Yeah.
real.
Like,
That's
you don't
real. So
like
many.
me.
That's real. And we're getting ready to end with NeNe. I know y'all want to. We have to bring NeNe back for sure because I
No,
don't
you
want
can
to.
really ask me anything.
We're
If
running
you ain't keeping me, I don't really care. But
because we're running out of time. And I wanted to
I don't
ask
know. This thing
about
cuts
your
off. Oh, they do cut off, don't they? They
yeah.
cut
So I
off?
wanted to ask about yes. So I
Oh,
wanted to ask
damn.
about quickly about Ladies of Success and the Lenice Lounge. So
Oh,
quickly,
my
can you tell
Lenicia.
me about both of them because they're coming
Okay, so let me
up?
tell you about. So you guys, please go follow the Lenicia Lounge. The Lenicia Lounge actually has opened. It just opened today. So today,
Woo!
yes, is the soft opening. So we really didn't announce it because we wanted the soft opening to be just that. We don't want our waiters and waitresses to get bombarded because they're new. Our grand opening is Memorial Day weekend. So it starts on the 27th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're known to have a huge party brunch on Sunday. So Sunday is our big day. Our sections, we're all section night lounge. So our sections are selling out really fast. So I was reluctant to say anything about it so quickly because people are calling us left and right for the spaces. I posted about book now for your events. Everybody's calling and booking for their parties. I had one friend to call to book a comedy
Wow,
night.
that's
So
amazing,
people are
NeNe.
just booking. So what we're doing, we are from 5 to 10 every day is an exhale, like a happy hour. So we have live bands that are playing from 5 to 10. And from 10 to 2, obviously it's the DJ playing. So we have amazing bands playing. Me and Greg have always loved live entertainment.
Yeah.
So there's live entertainment. We are working with a lot of celebrities and personalities to do walkthroughs on our grand opening. So you never know who's going to perform for grand opening. So we're open right now for critics. Well, the critic thing means to come and try our menu, try our drinks. Our drink menu is amazing. We have a rich bitch. We have a girl bye. We have a bloop bloop. We have a Carla Uber. We have a Jesus Fixed It on the menu.
So
our
many.
Drinks are crazy. They're amazing. You know, I love to drink, so I made sure the drink menu was amazing and super fun. I would love to talk about Ladies of Success. If you can go and follow Ladies of Success, or go check out our website, ladiesofsuccess.com. This is for women around the world. What I did was started a global friendships around the world. This is beauty, brains, and business for women. What we are on right now is a huge campaign. It's all about me and you, about getting your happy back for women around the world. And one of the things I thought when I started this 2 years ago is just being friends with like-minded women, going into business with like-minded women, leveling up with like-minded women, being able to travel with like-minded women, having conversations with like-minded women, being able to go to dinner with like-minded women. You know, so many times I travel and go to dinner with women who just aren't like-minded, or who cannot do some of the things that you can do. And this organization is so amazing. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have PR people, we have women who own cement companies, women who own daycare centers, women who are event planners, women from all around the world who are doing amazing things. We're looking for ambassadors in their cities and socialites in their cities who can bring on women from around the world to be a part of this amazing social group. It's just amazing. Please go check out our website. You can email me at booknene@gmail.com if you want to join our group. We have a trip coming up. You should come to our trip. You should come to our trip. I'll have Kelly to email you. Come to our trip. Our trip is coming up. We have a sleepover in Montego Bay, Jamaica, June 10th through the 14th. We have amazing rates. The rooms are only $199. You get a wristband to eat and drink all day, all night. Just a room is $199. We have a great ride. I'll have to tell you more about it. And for those of you who want to come, you should come. We'll take care of you, girl. We'll make sure you come and have a great time. You can talk to the girls. We do a pillow talk. It's
I would love that.
Everybody show up in their beautiful. We tell you the attire and the colors to wear. We do pillow talk. We talk about relationships. We talk about everything. It's so good. We have a youngins group, and they start from about the age of 20 to I think 38. And we have a girl that leads the youngins. I'm part of the youngins and the oldest.
I know that's right. That's how I feel.
I'm in both groups. I'm in both groups, honey. I get them all the way together. Both groups. I'm in both groups. I get the youngins together too, honey. I'm in the youngins group. I know that's right. I love them talking to me about their boyfriends. I get them together about their boyfriends. Because I love being a big sister and telling them how to do it and what to do and everything. I do.
I'm so excited.
Information for that's my baby boy Brent. He's coming in. He's looking like they don't know what to do. Brent, Brent, you're supposed to be at the lounge. Are you not going to the lounge? You need to hurry up.
We gotta end. NeNe is about to end. They're like, we don't want.
I know that's right. You guys.
Yes,
it's a big night at the lounge. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, you get to have a free drink. You get to have a free appetizer. We're having an amazing time there. But don't forget, grand opening is Memorial Day weekend, the 27th through the 31st in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be amazing. Amazing talent coming through.
NeNe, I love you, girl. Thank you so much for doing this. I definitely have to talk to you again. Yes, it was. This is NeNe Lenice, everybody. Everybody knows her. There's so much love on here. I can't even read them all. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Sheen Talk.
Greg. You and Greg will have a good conversation.
I would love to talk to Greg. I would love to, for sure. And you ain't got to worry about me, NeNe. You ain't got to worry about me. You can have me over.
Girl, I'm not ready to auction Greg off. I'm going to auction him off on Instagram Live. Yes, I am.
Bye,
I ain't worried about Greg. See y'all later. Thank you. ladies of success.
Yes, thank you, NeNe. It's Kendell
You're
Lenice for
welcome.
Sheen Talk. Thank you. Have a good
Bye-bye.
night, everybody. Thank you.